Hello everybody, my name is Thiago. Today is July 19th. This is the day of the final round of the World Cup, the great match of Argentina versus Spain. I'm still waiting. And today I decided to make my project open source and I pushed to GitHub. In this video, I'm going to do a quick demo of the current state. So as you can see here, this is a JavaScript web browser soccer engine game. And let me just play here. I'm actually going to enable the sound. It has sound, you can see, you can hear the sound here, but I'm going to disable for this video. And so basically, this is a working soccer game. This is, I would say, an evolution of the Matt Buckland Simple AI Soccer, which I had created also a game in the past based on that. So this is like a next step of that engine. This is way better than I created during my undergraduation. And let me just talk about the features here. So you can simulate matches, right? So the matches are mostly um, following the standard soccer rules that you see in official match. So all set pieces are in place. Maybe there are something missing, but at this stage, I think I put everything here in this soccer engine. And for the simulation, you have basically two options. You either let the computer plays team A and team B, so it's fully automated. The advantage of doing this is that you can simulate matches and you can increase the play speed, and also you can specify a seed, so the matches are deterministic. This is because it's easy to identify word behavior and try to tweak. So you can tweak parameters based on this. So if a simulation is deterministic, you can find bugs as well. And it's easy to ask, for example, if you are building something with agents, AI agents, you can say to the agent, so check this match with this seed, there's a bug, try to fix this bug. Uh, so if you, for example, if you play this match again, the results are going to be the same. But also it's possible to manual control a team. So I'm going to do a quick demo here. Um, I can I can run faster here. So yeah, so I'm controlling this guy here. Let me do some kick. Okay. Yeah, so you can see that the engine is working. It's not that great. Oh, now, yeah. So let me pause. So manual controlling is also working. Also, you can save and load states. When you save a state, when the in a computer played game or even manual as well, the determinism is broken in that specific case, but it's still good to try to find bugs or try to tweak some. If you are tweaking a variable, then you save the state and try to check the game state more or less in the moment that you want to check, and then you can load again. So yeah, there are some use cases for this. For computer simulated games, let me stop manual control and let me reset. So you can increase the play speed, and also you can use the match scrubber to go back, and then you can click resume. So you can, this is like a replay. If there is some event in the game that you want to check again, then you can basically do this, and yeah, you are going to see the same event again. Also, you have some camera options. Let me show. So this is the classic broadcast 2.5D. This is something similar to old retro game like International Superstar Soccer. You have also this option for the top-down view. This is similar to the previous, but yeah, let me show again so you can see the difference. Yeah, and there is also the classic isometric view. Also, you have the option to tweak the engine. So, for example, let me change the camera zoom, right? You can change the camera offset, but I need it must be static to change the offset here. Otherwise, I prefer this. So centered follow ball. Um, Also, you can control match length, but this before starting the match. Field size, audio can enable or disable audio. Then AI strategy. So you can, if you don't like the way that the team is behaving, there are some parameters that you can tweak. For example, formation hold, attack support, defensive pass, and the pass aggression. Also, there are some predefined strategies that you can select. Let me see. Yeah, I need to check here. I'm going to fix a bug here because it's not displaying the presets. Uh, Also, you can enable or disable AI debug overlays. So I have it enabled. Let me show everything here. Let me just start disabling some. So, for example, if you are tweaking or trying to find some bugs, you can enable some states, for example, FS, Finite State Machine state. Um, Also, let's say pass lanes. Let me reset. Yeah, key roles. Yeah, there are offside. Yeah, there are several options to play around with the engine tweakings here. Other than that, um, there's also this batch builder where you can simulate several matches using Node, right? The command line. So this is really fast to simulate. So you can define the number of matches, which we call here iterations. So for example, if you want to simulate 500 matches, then you can specify the starting seed and then the teams, the formation, and so on. Also, you can simulate, for example, if you are tweaking some AI strategy, you can select here. This is a preset that is working, so we have those presets, Catenaccio, JJ pressing, structured counter, and Tiki Taka. But you can also customize here the formation road. So this is for example, you want to see how the team behaves depending on the strategy. You can, and how it, if it's not going to break the game, make the match too boring or whatever, then you can start tweaking here. There are thousands of, not thousands, but plenty of variables to tweak. This is not the only way. There is also some commands that I added to the engine to try to some specific parameter. The command is, if I remember correctly, is param sweep, right? Yeah, and then in this batch builder, you can define the settings here, and then it shows the command to run, and you can copy the command and then run, right? And after you have the results, you can go here to analyze results, and then you can drag and drop files here. And it's so if I drag and drop the summary, so you can see the summary of the other runs, right? Goals per match and this kind of stuff, passes, shoots, um, tackles, and so on, right? But there's also, you can also drag and drop the telemetry, so you can see the data per match here. So yeah, you can see here, and also there's also the asset manager, where you can check the animations that's in the game. Um, yeah, I'm planning also to release another project with the sprite manager, so you can customize the sprites, but that's something else that I'm not going to talk in this demo here. And finally, there's this scenario lab. This is really useful when trying to, how can I say, fix bugs, because, or fix some behavior that you don't like, because uh, you can see how the game works during specific events, or for example throwing, right? Let me change here, corner kick, and let me penalty. Let me also change the play speed here, penalty again, yeah. And the other specific scenario, goal kick. And then this is good for when you want to change how the engine works, so you can keep repeating until you get the desired behavior after you change, right? I think that is all that I want to share in this video. Maybe I'm going to create more videos. Other than that, check the source code and have fun. Okay, bye.